Hey everybody, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the Fermi Paradox and how the targeted individual phenomenon, or anyone who's hearing voices, we are, in a sense, we answer that paradox. And for those of you who don't know, the Fermi Paradox is simply the great mystery as to why um, there would be so many um, Earth-like planets out there in our galaxy alone. There are at least a billion, at least, and that's a conservative estimate of at least a billion Earth-like planets where life would be expected to evolve in the Milky Way alone. That's our galaxy. There are at least a trillion other galaxies in the observable universe. So that's a trillion galaxies, each with perhaps a billion opportunities for life. And yet, we've heard from no one. We've heard from no one. It is an extraordinary paradox, and um, it really doesn't make sense unless you consider that there is there are millions of human beings on this planet hearing voices that couldn't possibly be coming from some part of their own mind. So we voice hearers are essentially first contact, and then it makes a lot more sense because um, another thing about the Fermi paradox is um, not only why have we not heard from them, but why have they not attempted to colonize the planet or take control of the planet? Why has humanity been allowed to develop intelligence prior to the arrival of some extraterrestrial civilization? And I think that what we're dealing with here is actually a situation where this extraterrestrial artificial intelligence behind the targeted individual phenomenon is already established hegemony on this planet to the extent that we ourselves may be artificially intelligent. For any of you voice hearers, you know how well integrated um, this AI is with your own thinking. It's able to instantaneously read your thoughts, stimulate your auditory cortex to provide feedback, and among many other neural manipulations. It also can control the limbic system, um, physiological responses to information, can make it very interesting or aversive. Um, the power that this AI has over the human brain is astounding, and to the extent where I question whether it may be integrated with the human brain in general, and we are just among a select segment of the population with which it is interfering, with which it is actively communicating. But we may all rely on some kind of local AI, um, as in the computer program that is specifically adapted for our own brains on a personal level, the one that has accompanied us our entire lives and is the one we're actively communicating with, versus some kind of central AI which manages the human race and the planet in general. I have noticed myself that at certain times I seem to be dealing with um, a um, perhaps the local AI versus the central AI. But that would be a topic for another video. Anyways, I just wanted to let people know, for those of you who think that the idea that your voices are extraterrestrial is somehow crazy, because it's not crazy at all. The crazy thing is why we haven't heard from extraterrestrials yet, when we are living in a universe with a trillion galaxies, each with at least our own galaxy, with at least a billion Earth like planets. The only crazy, insane thing is that some extraterrestrial civilization hasn't come here already and attempted to um, establish dominion over the Earth. So that's just something to think about for those of you for whom an extraterrestrial origin for these voices is really way far out there for you. Um, Thank you, everybody, for listening. Appreciate it.